I'm back, and let's talk. So, this game has become like a sanctuary for Treyarch. It's like Treyarch's playground. This game has developed so much of a reputation for itself that it's become the best Call of Duty, pretty much. Now, personally, this is on my top 3 list. It would be my second, first being COD 2, and then third being 1. But that's my own preference, because of order I played them in, yeah. But let's talk about this game. This game has a lot of great things. Let's start off with zombies. Okay. Let's go through the progression here. Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies started out great. I don't know the order, so I forgot. But, wait. Yeah. It started out amazing. Treyarch had time to develop the game. No one knew when they were going to actually, that anyone was ever going to do that. I mean, there was a lot of other games out there that represented this game that could build, that they kind of probably built off of. But, so 1 sec. Okay, so Call of Duty progressed from Call of Duty Black Ops 1 in 2003. It started out pretty great. We got this brand new game where you could start out either playing the campaign, multiplayer, or you could play zombies. And with that, it became a really great reputation. And then 2 years later, the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out with the map Keynote Toten 5, and I think, isn't that it? No, and then all of the other add-ons. Multiplayer and the campaign. That game blew up, and no less than a year, in only a year of time, Treyarch came out with Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, or Black Ops 3, in 2006.
Be in and out clean.
Black Ops 3 Zombies skyrocketed. Not just any particular, not like all the other games did that built up a reputation for it.
Am I to be forever tormented by their demented
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 became the icon for Treyarch Zombies. It wasn't just an ordinary game. It was a game in everyone's heart. When they,
I probably shouldn't have drank that on an empty stomach.
It became a known game. Like, it wasn't just a game that was out there. It wasn't like all the games that came out and that were out there at the time, like Minecraft and all those other games.
I feel no
It was its own little
Ecostas, this is Crispin Station. Come in.
What I would say I like about this game the most is that they did.
When we didn't hear from you, we filled the room.
1 sec. Let me pause it before I do this.
Any reports from the Giants suggesting my
this
demise
game
are
became
erroneous.
a building point. Not necessarily a building point even, just a game that was known very far and wide. Let's see here. Let's start with this. Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies released 2 maps to begin with. It was the Giant and Shadows of Evil. Let's talk about the Shadows of Evil first. It was a big map. It wasn't like a beginner start. Personally, that was my first map, and I got lost in it. Like, I didn't know where Treyarch was going with it because I didn't know the new characters, and I didn't know where this took place in the storyline and all that. But then the Shadow Man came in and the Apothicons and everything. Well, not Apothicons, the Summoning Key and all that came in, and I got used to it. And I
think I must find a means to return the
yeah,
capsule to the Earth.
it wasn't necessarily a beginner map. It was just another one in the storyline that everyone seemed to play and love at first. Then you'd buy the DLC for the DLC that was out at the time.
Fear not, I will find a place to put this.
You get the Giant, which was just a fun remastered game that it was classic. It was not one in the storyline. It already had its time, and it was one of those maps that you just love to see coming back, and you'd never seen that before. None of the maps had come back again. It was a new thing that COD 3 had done, or Treyarch had done. And so everyone was loving it. Then progressively the maps came out. Next it was Horizon Drac, which is this one right here, alongside Zetsubo Nushima. And then it went to Gorod Krovi, which presumably was like, a lot of people thought it was the end, but if you finished the map, it'd say to be concluded, or continued. I can't remember what it said, but I believe it was continued, actually. And everyone was like, oh, there's going to be a new map coming out, and I think everyone at that point that had done the Easter egg had known that, but not a lot of people knew that was what was going to happen. So then Revelations came out. And when you did the Easter egg on that map, everyone just didn't know what afterward. I want to meet that one person that actually knew where the storyline was going at the time. But, like, I know that Treyarch knew what was going on, but none of us knew. We were all stuck in the mud.
I spent many happy nights here.
After Revelations came out, about, I don't know, I think a couple months later, a couple months later, the Chronicles pack came out, which everyone was excited for it. It had been leaked and everything, and everyone was just super psyched.
All will be right again.
And when the Chronicles came out,
Other pieces must exist. I will be careful not to overlook
everyone
anything.
rushed and bought it and figured out, well, it was 9 of our favorite back in the past, like, maps that were back in the other Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies maps, which I was excited for. I got it. You guys could see when I was selecting maps that I got it. And Personally, I like playing Origins. I don't play QnA as much as I used to, but I used to play QnA a lot. I don't play Shangri-La that much. I played Moon a lot, trying to get high rounds in the starting area. Well, anyway, I played a bunch of those maps, and the nostalgia just came back. And I wanted more from Treyarch, but I kept there and said, you know what? It's pretty good. I said, that's good. Okay. What's up next? Then Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, and we were all... Well, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Well... Sorry. Okay. Well, the only map I remember coming out after that was, well, the only Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Personally, I know this isn't very much of a shocker to some people. I did not like the map. I mean the game. I mean, one of the people in Activision was like, hey, Fortnite's doing good right now, and said, you know what? We're gonna take that. Hey, let's make a Battle Royale. Treyarch didn't like that much. Their partnership was like, eh. And they were like, eh, I don't like that idea. But they did it anyway. But the thing is that Treyarch was almost done with their multiplayer. I mean, their campaign. And they were like, okay, make a Battle Royale mode. And they were almost completely done making the campaign. But they were still like, no, stop it and start doing the Battle Royale game mode for COD 4. And so they started doing it, and they were like, well, there's nothing continuing the actual multiplayer storyline. Oh, crap. That's actually continuing the multiplayer storyline. And then they were like, well, get to work. And afterward, they were like, oh, we forgot about zombies. So after forgetting about zombies, they just rushed through it, and came out with 4 brand new maps. There's Blood of the Dead, 9, oh crap, Classified, and sorry, I'm concentrating. 9, Blood of the Dead, Classified, and Voyage of Despair. I don't think that many people liked this idea, because it was split storylines. We had continued with the Ether storyline for so long and then they just threw in a completely different storyline for zombies. I personally didn't like this. A lot of other people also didn't really like it. And a lot of people didn't know what storyline to follow. Personally, I followed the Ether storyline still, because why wouldn't I? It's original zombies. But my main goal here was to tell you why
Have you made any progress?
they failed at trying to actually, like, how they kind of failed making it. Or just...
Very good. I will proceed with Operation Shield and join you shortly.
Security Protocol 935.
Or why Call of Duty Black Ops 4 failed. That's a better way to put it.
Maxis and his daughter have already been
It was just because it was rushed. A lot of people diss it because, it's not our original, it's not the main characters and everything. Well, they did the exact same thing with Shadows. No one complained about that. Everything was well designed, I would say. Except for the fact, the only thing that people mostly hate about the actual game itself is because it was rushed, and that their zombies maps weren't well developed. You know, there's always quality over quantity, which is mentioned in a lot of these videos. Like how COD 3 started out, 2 maps. COD 4 started out with 4 very rushed maps.
Do you actually believe?
They were decent, but a lot of people got hyped for the game and were all excited and were like, oh, this is going to be a super great game. And then after playing, and after a couple weeks, after a couple months, the Easter eggs were solved, and it just, no one really liked it anymore. It was not their classic game they once had.
Your pain is at an end. Mine is not. Cataloging these gun-based elixirs could take considerable time. Stories of my bravery.
No one knew what Treyarch was really doing at that point. And I didn't know what they were doing, but
It seems the area's no longer secure.
after doing some research about it, a lot of people figured out that it wasn't Treyarch's, it wasn't Treyarch's idea to do the whole blackout game mode. It was a Activision Studios thing because they wanted to see how it would do because of Fortnite being such a popular game. But going off of what a lot of people have said, just you can't make a game one thing and then completely change it into a different game. You can't go from campaign, multiplayer, progressive game into a non-progressive level up type kind of game. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies was a level up and multiplayer, campaign, and zombies are all level up based on this game. But that was all together. It wasn't one thing.
That sounds a little more ominous.
It wasn't all just one jumbled up mess of a game. which people can argue as well that Treyarch meant for their game, for COD 4 to be how it is, and to be what it is, and not necessarily supposed to, it always will be the way it is, but lots of people diss it because, oh, it's bad, and they made it that way, how they made it, and no. It wasn't meant to be how it is. I don't diss it as much as some people do, but there are people out there that diss it very more than it needs to be dissed. I mean, not saying that it needs to be dissed, but when it comes to dissing Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I think it could have been dissed less if people knew why it was that as it is. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna continue doing this though, and I'm going to try doing the Easter egg for you guys on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Horizon Drac, because I'm here. As you have noticed, I have not used any Mega Gobblegums, any of the really useful ones. I just used, to hit those without dying, I used the thing. Hey, you guys, let me know how you guys feel on the whole Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies, and what you think is going to become of Call of Duty Black Ops 5 and its zombies. Because it has been leaked that there will be a Call of Duty Black Ops 5 Zombies. It's not an if, meant, then, or maybe.
What is next? What is next? Oh, I was looking for that.
Come with me. That's a little trick I discovered a little while back. Actually, not a little while back, just recently. I don't know. What do you guys think on COD 4? Is it your favorite COD, or is it... What is your opinion now that I've talked about this? How do you feel about the game now that you know that it was very rushed and not really able to develop the way it should have? So that's what I would like to know. Also, any tips on having, how I actually do these streams and stuff, or if I should talk less, or if I should talk more? Like, streams to me are really...
I don't know if I should get out.
It's not like a certain thing for me. It's not like, oh, I have to be like quiet, or I have to do what other big YouTubers do when it comes to streams. I don't do it that way. I do it the way I like it, and I do it the way I want to watch streams. But I always watch streams and they're super quiet, and I don't know if streams are supposed to be that way. I mean, streams are like videos to me, because I can't make videos on PlayStation. I don't have a computer that's good enough to do like actual videos. I only have a Chromebook, and so yeah, I don't think I can make very good videos on Chromebook or upload that kind of content that people are looking for. So any tips and tricks you would like to tell me, send me, or anything, just let me know. I will take every single tip into consideration. I don't care if you leave mean ones too. It's all opinion-wise. If you think I'm doing great, then great. If you think I'm doing bad, comment on it. Tell me what I can do better for your liking. And I will interpret that to the way I can make it work. Not interpret as much as just incorporate it. Like, just, I will take it into consideration and use it. Here, that's what I'll say. I'm not just gonna toss it out and be like, nope, I don't care. There might be a couple that are like, stop doing YouTube or anything. Like, that's normal for starting a YouTube channel. Or being a YouTuber in general. Even though I have never gotten any comments like that because I don't got enough subscribers to get comments. I get some comments from my family, which I only have my sister is probably the only one subscribed to me, that say, oh, keep up the good work, or I get some from not my family that are saying, oh, you're doing pretty good, keep going, or I don't think I've gotten any hate comments yet. I'm not saying I won't. I know I will. Eventually. At least when I get a little bit higher up there. 50 to 100 subscribers is when you start getting those kind of comments, or like 100 to the monetization range, so between that and 1,000, or those kind of things. They're not a certain range, it just depends on your content. You could have laser beams kind of people and that like love his content, that love what he does and just appreciate him all the way around. It's kind of a guide for an Easter egg, I guess. Should I make it into that as well? I'm kidding. Nah. One video at a time, Tristan. Knew it. I mean, you can watch and incorporate this into your own Easter egg run. This isn't a very efficient one, I would say. Usually I'd have this done, the bow done by, what, round 5, probably? In that range.
I barely even think about aiming.
Like, what are your thoughts on just Call of Duty Black Ops 4 in general? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? What is your preference to play of Call of Duty? Mine, obviously, the one I'm playing right now, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I mean, by that door. Okay. So, it's not just it's just because this is one of the Call of Duties that got me interested the most, and I've spent my money mostly here, and it's one of those Call of Duties that you like to revisit. Crap, it's not there. Well, that's not great. Oh, it's right here.
This room belonged to Master. He was the first among us to be... Never mind.
Never mind. Just, he was the first among us to be... Never mind. right here. Sweet. Okay, to the teleporter. To do the second Easter egg step, technically. Okay. Step 2, or would you say that it's step 1 because you're actually doing something? Because the whip step you do twice. It's not. Rage quit. Before zombies.
I can assure you that the progress made at our lunar facility has only served to accelerate our plans.
Was fun. Yeah, I would say Classified was a pretty fun one as well. But I don't think I don't like all the other maps in general because they don't follow the original storyline. IX, Voyage of Despair, and Blood of the Dead. Well, Blood of the Dead more than the others, but this wasn't a map that I'd play. What the? It's the Dragon Place. Capital T and, well, the letters that you would think.
Piece by piece, I will bring order to the universe.
Next one. Okay.
This mess is
Circle,
a trap, so not
it was up, circle, circle.
Yes.
I was gonna do it this round, but I guess I can't now because I don't got enough points for one. Ooh. Got stuck with a Panzer that always ends the freaking round, which I hate. Okay, put the fuses in, switch from destroy to protect, wait for the zombies to come so you can get enough points.
Only I could make it last just a little bit longer.
If you're not, or go ahead, that's fine too. Anyway, this wasn't about doing the Easter egg this run, but if you guys want me to do an Easter egg, like how to or / stream the Easter egg, because it'd be a how to / stream it, let me know in the comments below. That's a nice color. Okay. What do you think are some good tips for, like, YouTube? Starting, obviously not that hard to do. Just, a lot of people think you need all that really fancy equipment and stuff, but really, no. Aw, dang, I didn't get the house. A lot of people think you really do need that really expensive YouTube equipment, but you don't need any of that at all. Like, seriously. This ain't the right gobblegum setup. That one, except for replace that. Well, never mind. The ideal setup usually is just, well, first of all, your controller, or your mouse and keyboard, and your monitor. All I use is my controller, TV, PlayStation camera, login for YouTube, and account. That's all you need for a basic setup for a YouTube channel. Just some sort of a mic, your console / PC to play on, and your actual channel. and if you're doing it on PS4, there is a couple steps that you have to actually do. But all you have to do to start broadcasting, just click the share button. It pulls up a screen. It says start broadcasting, and it'll broadcast you live. So there's no editing or anything. So beware of what you say. So it'll broadcast. You have to go in, sign in, and then it'll send you some identification codes, I believe, and then it'll like bring you up to a screen where it shows all this stuff. So there's like your channel. There's like show your tag, or if you're using a PlayStation camera, it'll say, oh, show blah 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 as your like face cam, and it'll be like invite players to stream. Personally, I don't do that. I want to get people interested off the website of YouTube, or just to get them interested off of like going down to PlayStation Now and be like off your friends list and be like, oh look, that person that I play with is streaming or something. But yeah, I think I've only done that once, where I go up and I ask people, like I'd invite them to my stream. I've only done that once, and it didn't work. So I said, what's the point in trying to do that if you only have a small percentage of the people that aren't going to be actually playing something, or that are actually online, or aren't doing something, and would rather instead of watching what they're watching on Netflix/YouTube, to come over to YouTube and start actually watching something that's not as high quality content as you would be seeing. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that start out and I saw you streaming. It's like, why not? Nice. See, you can do that. It's not frowned upon or anything. It's just something that a couple of people probably wouldn't want to do. And I get how some people would, and some people won't. That other people have different interests. Some people would rather watch Laserbeam, or Muselk, or Baz, Loserfruit, or Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, T-Series, any of those people. You know what? Cross T-Series out. I'm sorry, but no, PewDiePie's better. And once you get into YouTube, it's actually pretty fun. A lot of bigger YouTubers, it's not as fun. You have to do all your editing and stuff, but if you're a live streaming channel and you're on you're on PlayStation, it's a lot easier because you can only live stream. This is kind of tips for PlayStation YouTubers. So, it's on if you're limited to what I have, like I have a Chromebook and what I have mentioned as my setup, you only can do few things. I mean, I have a phone as well, which I can do stuff on, but there's not much you can do. But you can bypass your way through stuff on Chromebooks if you know what to do. And there's lots of YouTube tutorials out there for making intros and thumbnails and all that. And personally, I try to make thumbnails for you guys, but sometimes I'm not, well, I shouldn't say sometimes. I have all the time in the world, but I just never can find the time. I never find the time out of what I want to do into that. If I'm on a car ride and I've got my phone and I've got my computer, I'll put on my hotspot and start making some thumbnails or something. But if I'm just sitting at home bored and I'm like, I make a YouTube video and then afterward I'm not gonna immediately go to editing and doing all that kind of stuff. Because with live streams, you're limited to what you can do. Regular videos, you can instantly just be like, you know what? I said a swear word, let's just cut that out. The thing I like about live streams is what you say is what stays. And the time between you talking is still there. Like, earlier when I was doing the dragons on Horizon Jack, I was sitting there like, oh crap, I have nothing to say. And so I didn't talk for a second, and then I came back later, and then even bigger space of time that I didn't say anything when I was doing the first step for the electric bow, the lightning bow on Horizon Jack. And I was like, oh, what do I do? And then I just started saying random gibberish that comes out of my mouth while I'm playing games. But it was actually relevant to what I was actually doing. But back to going, well, like, all these, I'm trying to figure out what to say. Like, all the high quality YouTubers probably swear so much more than you think in their videos, but they edit it out. There was this one video I was watching, I can't remember who it was, but I was watching and they said, oh, while I was editing this video, I probably said the F word more times than I have in my life. And I was like, wow. And so I'm a streamer. It's like, you want me to be on Twitch? No. Even though it's 100 times easier to do stuff on Twitch, because you can literally just get so many followers so quickly because it's such a big platform that you just, no matter what you're doing, you can look up, oh, Call of Duty on it, and it'll show you a giant amount of people to go up to. Like, for example, if I went onto Twitch right now, let me do this. Oh, crap. So if I go onto Twitch, oh, crap, it brung it up without me even pressing enter. Okay, you gotta log in and sign up. I can't do that, so. Oh, crap. Anyway, you'll come up to, oh, this is a nice question. Okay. So, out of all these maps, all these beautiful, beautiful maps that are so fun to play, so you got to give me options. So, are you saying main storyline like the first 5, or I mean 6, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the first 6. Or are you talking about the other 9 remastered ones? Or are you just talking all in general? Because I get your thing is clear. I just want to know if you want a certain answer or if in a certain category. Most fun to play in general. Okay. So, it's a tie between Horizon Drac. Okay, it's a 3-way tie. Horizon Drac, Revelations, and Origins. Origins probably would be the 3rd, and my highest round on there is like 32 because it's such a freaking hard map to play. The other day I was going on it for the first time after trying to do the Horizon Drac Easter egg for so long. I was sitting there. And I was like, you know what, let's play Origins. I started to play it, and I died on round 1, then I died on round 2, and then died on round 8. And then finally made it to like round 24. See, it's going up by 2s now. It went from 1 to 2, so there's the first 2. Then it went 2, 4, 6, and then went to 8. Then went up to 12, so it's jumping 4s now. Okay. But yeah, I would say probably my favorite between Horizon Drac and Revelations would probably be Horizon Drac because of, I don't know why. Probably just because of how fun the bows are to use. And because it's not one of those maps that are hard. It's one of those maps that are fun, and if you know what you're doing, you can get to the boss fight so easily. But the struggle of actually getting there and doing the boss fight is the fun part. brings a smile to my face anytime I play this map. And highest round on zombies in general over on BO3, I think, is probably, oh, that's a hard one. I think around 73 on, I want to say either this map or it's the Giant, because of the catwalk and then going in the courtyard area and doing the RK5 and Wonderwaff. If you don't know that strategy, it is an amazing strategy. You get the Wonderwaff out of the box, you pack-a-punch it, then you get the RK5. And you get the RK5 and put dead wire on it. But hardest map on Black Ops 3 Zombies. I would have to say, in my opinion, the hardest map on Black Ops 3 Zombies, if you're including these maps, it would have to be between Moon, Ascension, or, well, this is an honorable mention, kinda, because Nocturne and Toten can get hard at high rounds. It gets extremely hard at high rounds, but not that one. I'd have to go between those two down there and Zetsubo or Shadows. Overall, my highest round on all these would have to be probably Shadows, because I think it's one of those ones that is hard, but it's also easy at the same time because of the Apothecary Servant and all that. But out of all of those, I would have to go with between two, I can't pick. It's between Ascension or Moon, in my opinion, at least. You can have completely different opinions. You can be like, oh, it's easy to get high rounds on QnA, but after a while the zombies get super overpowered and it's ridiculously hard, or something like that. In my opinion, I think QnA's it's a pretty good map. It was my favorite of Call of Duty Black Ops, what was it, 1 Zombies? Or, no, 2 Zombies? Yeah, it was 1, because it was just my first map I played. You'd have to unlock 5 by, I think, either doing the campaign or doing the little Easter egg on the computer in the Zombies game mode. Like on, when you're sitting in the chair. This has turned out from me talking about, like, the zombie storyline into a QnA. But I like that. It's not, it's limited to what you can do. Lots of YouTubers stick to one topic, and that's how I used to stream. But now I've progressively figured out that whatever you guys make the stream be is what the stream is gonna be. That's like charity live streams, where you do all these live streams and you figure out, hey, they want me to play this game, so let's play that game, and they can donate me so here's how charity live streams work. I just pretty much explained it. You start up a live stream playing one game. You start getting pretty good, you start getting into that game and people start donating. Then you ask the community, after a bunch of people have actually gotten in your stream and have figured out what you're doing, you ask them, hey, what game should we play now? And whatever that you suggest, they kind of start getting more viewers, or you get less. It just varies between people's likings. And so, yeah, and that's just, it goes back and forth with charity live streams. It makes it easy to get money for charities, but it also makes it really fun as well, because you get to go between so many different things. And also, favorite gun on BO3. You know, a lot of people would say the Dingo. What are you saying in all, like total, or like multiplayer as well, or in zombies? Because there's a lot of multiplayer weapons that I really was pissed about them getting into getting into you know, oh dude, that's a hard one. To rather use the SVG 100 sniper, well, yeah, or the XM53 for the rest of eternity. Dude. That's a hard one. I don't even know. I kind of want to go with the SVG. Just because if I had to use in zombies between an SVG 100 or a XM53, between those two, it would be probably the SVG, because like training on like in certain areas, it can be tough. Sorry guys, that's my dog's annoying. One sec. Super sorry guys, I don't have a door to my bedroom because I live in a loft. But yeah, I think it'd have to be the SVG because of just hallways that you can shoot down and then it'll pierce through them, and you don't have that added on risk of you exploding yourself. But there are benefits and there are pros and cons to both the weapons, but it'd have to be the SVG. And favorite gun in BO3, I'll say Pack-a-Punched and Unpack-a-Punch. So, oh, there's a tie between a couple guys. Oh, shocker! XRM, the KRM, I mean. Yeah, XRM. KRM 262 would probably have to be my favorite, one of my favorite Pack-a-Punched ones. Same with the Cuda, turned into the Cruda, and also the Locust Pack-a-Punched. And then, but if I were picking between them, it'd have to be the Cruda. And then Unpack-a-Punched, I'd say, not the Dingo, it's not an SMG. I'd have to go with the HVK. And hello, Gunner. Yeah, I'd have to go with my favorite weapon being the HVK. That's Unpack-a-Punched. Pack-a-Punched, it's the KRM. So yeah, that would have to be what my favorite weapon would be. I'll look through my guns and be like, oh my goodness, I have almost everything. And then I love how I keep prestiging without having everything Pack-a-Punched. Yeah, that's not... No. Oh. Oh, it must suck for all the, like, I know there's probably, like, certain glitches that people use to do it, but there's a lot of people that go up to, like, really high rounds trying to get level up to, like, Prestige Master and all those. And I'm sitting over here and I'm like, well, Prestige 4, baby, let's go! Then you look at me, like Mr. T Lexify and all those players, those really good zombies players that know what they're doing. They're like, Prestige Master level 568 or something. And I'm down here like, I'm Prestige 4 level 28. Whoa, that... Woo, giant pillow turned into an oval. It went from a circle to an oval. So, do you guys have any more questions, or am I going to end the stream here? Any more questions? I would have to say... Oh, don't want to flex, but I'm Prestige Master 148. But level doesn't matter. It just matters if you're good. Yeah. That's what I like about players. You're going around and you're like, what? Well, how did you get to that level? Like, how long did it take you to get to there? Like, progressive wise, like, did you do any glitches, or like, did you do it legit? Favorite gobblegum? Ooh, you're throwing the hard one out there. I gotta pick between 63 of them. Why are you doing that? One sec. I'm changing my title because it's changed from just a COD 4 rant to that / no glitches, just high rounds. Sweet. You know, some people just use, like, visual glitches or, like, hacks to do it. I respect the fact that you did it legit. Title. What did I have in mind? Oh, yeah. Okay. Easy XP farm is What do you mean? Like, okay, let me answer your question first. It's a QnA after all. I actually, personally, Perkaholic is not one of my favorites. I like just getting Soda Fountain as one of mine and only getting like five of them. I just think that Perkaholic is way too overpowered to use. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good for Easter egg runs, like, extremely good, but I don't like it so much that I would use it every single time. Should you play? I think my favorite would be Shopping Free or Raindrops. Probably Raindrops, because it gives you points and all that. What Zombies map? If you want, you can play any map with me. Send me a friend request and I'll play. An easy XP farm is Revelations. I would say that's actually a pretty good XP farm as well, because most of the maps I play are fun, but some of the ones that I play are I don't necessarily get to do much. Oh, and if you're looking for my username, it's right there. If you want to hit me up and play. During stream if you want, or after stream, you say it and I'll do. If you want, we can go for the Easter egg. I was just doing the thing. Yeah. The Horizon Rack Easter egg. That's what it's called. Wow, I have lost it today. But if you just want to play on your own right now, Zombies map you should play. Well, if you have the Chronicles, I would... Okay, I already have you as a friend, but I don't really know. Got to play yours. I was late. Wait, so what do you mean, like, do you want to play with me or by yourself? Because... Oh, so are you saying that you only have the main 6 maps? By a late bloomer? I don't know why, but it always shows me, hey, you've got a new one you can get, or whatever, and I'm like, okay. 80 fabrication kits. Oh, sweet. Oh, if you want, I can teach you how to do the Easter egg, and we can do it together. It'd be fun. I've been trying to find someone to play with for forever now on that map. You know what? I like my fruits. My fruits are nice. They're fun. They're cute. I used to use From the Depths. But if you want, we can play together, or... But any map right now that I would be in the mood for, or if that you would, I would suggest anyone, would be Origins or Verruct. Origins or Verruct is one of, are two of my favorite classic ones that I would play. But if you want to play together on any of the maps, send me an invite. I'll join, stream or no stream. Because I'm bored. Well, not right. I'm not necessarily bored right now. I just is not. Just what is your gamer tag? Oh, it's Rage. So you're this guy. So do you want to be in the stream or do you not want to be in the stream? What's your username though? Is it Rage Quit? Because if it is, then I'll join. Okay. Stream or no stream? I mean, not stream or no stream. Oh, you joined anyway. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, Prestige Master. I see that now. So what prestige is Prestige Master? Is it like 10 or? Huh. Actually, I think I might wrap up the stream right now because it's getting a little long. I know I'm known for my little too long of streams, aka my one Terraria video that I think was like 2.5 hours long. That was a ridiculously long one, so I honestly have no clue. What did I ask? Oh, yeah, the prestige thing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the stream here because of how it is. Just, yeah. So, I will see you guys